Hi, Assalamualaikum. A very good day. My name is Ahmad Mohaimin bin Muhammad Yusuf. Today I will be sharing how my professional experiences in broadcasting, advertising, and government campaigns and how those connect directly to two educational challenges: bilingual cognitive flexibility and digital inclusion. Now, these are not abstract concepts or theories for me, as I have applied them in real world media environments. To begin, here's an overview. Here's the flow of my presentation. First, I'll introduce both challenges. Then, I'll share practical experiences from my own work. After that, we'll connect these experiences to establish theories. And next, I'll present my advocacy for change, concrete strategies that can be implemented. And finally, I'll close, I'll close with a conclusion. The introduction to the issues. Malaysia is a bilingual multi platform learning environment. Malaysia is a fascinating case study. We are inherently bilingual. Bahasa Malaysia and English are part of daily life, and in many communities, even more languages are spoken. This creates a unique environment for studying cognitive flexibility, which is the ability to switch between different mental frameworks. At the same time, technology is rapidly changing from how we learn, yet not everyone has equal access to high speed internet, modern devices, or digital literacy. This is where digital inclusion becomes critical. Those two challenges intersect in media production. As someone who has created bilingual TV shows and national campaigns, I've seen how language design and content delivery can either empower learners or leave them behind. Moving on to the next slide. One example, practical experience in bilingualism is one example is producing Legenda Melayu in Bahasa Malaysia and the Malaysian heritage in English. This wasn't just translation, it was cultural adaptation. In Bahasa Malaysia, certain idioms carry emotional weight that does not carry directly translate to English. We had to restructure the narrative flow, retime subtitles, and even adjust visual to maintain meaning. The voice talent would sometimes record in both languages with the same session or form of code switching that is cognitively demanding. Now, these production moments are real world examples of bilingual cognitive flexibility in action, affecting both the creators and the viewers. Talking about practical experience in digital inclusion, another example is creating Astro Tutor TV content for students across Malaysia. Urban students could stream HD or high definition lessons easily, but rural students often had low bandwidth or relied solely on satellite TV. We solve this by optimizing video compression without losing core teaching points. And besides that, we also design for multiple devices, smartphones, younger learners, television for older viewers, and added captions to serve both linguistic diversity and hearing impaired audiences. This was not just a technical adjustment, it was deliberate strategy to ensure learners was excluded. And now you see theory, bilingualism, and cognitive flexibility. Adi Jafar et al. 2010 found that bilingual children show greater creativity in switching between tasks. Roth et al. 2021 linked bilingualism to a growth mindset, while Stockron and Nicolaides 2021 cautioned that the advantage depends on context. Broadcasting environment that those I've worked in are living lab for those theories. Even language we switch on set from script to subtitle to fine broadcast engages the same executive functions researchers measure in control studies. And also, as shown on this slide, 45% household with has internet access. Now, this we're talking about theory in digital inclusion and individual differences. Donier, 2008, 2009, highlight that learning success depends on both learners' traits and the environment. Clarida et al. 2016 advocate for diversity sustaining strategies, and Kumiyoba et al. 2020 note that cultural background and digital literacy shape engagement. In practice, this means that a one size fits all digital solution does not work. Just as in any national campaign, you have to profile your audience and adapt delivery accordingly. And now we're moving on to slide 8. Advocacy in bilingualism, the importance of bilingual communication. From my work on the government transmission program, as shown here, I learned that bilingual content works best when both languages coexist within the same creative space, not as separate versions. We had to design and produce multiple languages, television commercials, or promotion explaining the details of the said program. Now, this approach could be scaled into educational broadcasting, with dual language programming designed to actively encourage code switching, and the result, viewers build cognitive flexibility without feeling overloaded. The next is advocacy in digital inclusion. For digital inclusion, I propose tiered content packages, meaning full HD or high definition interactive module for high bandwidth users, low data video with captions for low connectivity areas, and TV broadcast version for universal reach. This mirrors what we did in multi platform government campaigns, delivering the same core message in formats that fits different audience realities. Sorry. And finally, we come to integration of both. By combining bilingualism and digital inclusion in strategies, we create content that challenges the mind while ensuring access. Now, in essence, the same campaign principles that made national initiatives like GTP or the Government Transformation Program successful can transform educational broadcasting into a tool for both learning and social equity. And here's a little trivia. 85% a percentage of bilingual individuals in Indonesia. This is quite high, and this enhances cognitive flexibility in diverse population, whereby 60% is the percentage of digital access in rural areas. So many still face barriers to effective media consumptions. So, in essence, the presentation concludes that number one, broadcasting is more than a channel. It can be an active agent for learning, inclusion, and cognitive growth. Number two, strategic integration is key. Number three, the call to action for educators, media producers, and policymakers are this: that we integrate bilingual design with inclusive delivery. We do not only educate, we empower. This is where the art of storytelling and the science of learning is combined. With that, I thank you very much for listening to my presentation.